What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cosmet Wrestling, Friday Night SmackDown edition. Pretty good SmackDown. Let's get right into this thing. Friday Night SmackDown opens up with the Rated R superstar Edge making his way down to the ring, talking about how his WrestleMania opponent is still up in the air, seeing how Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns are set to face for that Universal Championship this Sunday at Fastlane.
Yes, indeed, with Edge actually talking about his hiatus with the company and not competing in forever, but his match with Legends weekly shows how much of a great star he really is, and he was, but he completely still has that charisma. But Daniel Bryan makes his way down to the ring, showing his respect to the Rated R superstar, but saying this could be Edge's last opportunity for a shot in WWE.
Hey, the same could be said for Daniel Bryan.
Next, we got tag team action. The Street Profits, Rey Mysterio and Dominic versus the Alpha Academy and Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Dominic for sure made his mark in this match with his father, Rey Mysterio, hitting a double 619 onto Robert Roode to get their team a win.
Yeah, great to see the father and son team pull out the win. We then see Jey Uso heading to the back, going into Roman's locker room, Paul Heyman telling him not to enter the locker room after the upsetting match that Jey Uso had last week.
I think we're going to see some grit between Jey Uso and his cousin Roman Reigns, so we're going to have to see what happens in the next few weeks on SmackDown.
Imagine if he cost him the match at Fastlane.
Woo! We then see Seth Rollins in the back talking about Cesaro making a fool of him last week, but actually learned Cesaro and Murphy have a match later on tonight, and Seth has a plan.
Next, we kind of had a weird segment of Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and Reginald shopping. You know, Reginald, that ladies' man, trying to get with the ladies.
I think him and I would make a good couple.
She is.
Oh,
Beauty
boy.
and the Beast.
Well, next we see Cesaro take on Murphy with, of course, Seth Rollins ringside. Of course, I think we all know where this is going to go with Cesaro swinging Murphy around. Seth actually runs in and stops the Swiss Cyborg, not once, but twice, but then tries to hit another third stomp onto Cesaro with a chair wrapped around his head, but officials just come out and completely stop the madness before it could go any further.
Yeah, Matt, I was listening to something on another wrestling YouTube that Murphy is very upset with his position in WWE right now and says that he could team up with Seth Rollins again. Could we see that team up again?
I don't know. They completely disregarded that storyline with Aaliyah Mysterio, so we're going to have to see what happens.
We then see Seth Rollins running to Shinsuke Nakamura backstage. Shinsuke not very happy with everything that is going on with Cesaro.
Then we see Sami Zayn running into Kevin Owens in the back, asking him to actually become a part of Sami's documentary, but KO said, nope, I'm actually getting ready for the KO show instead. We then see Edge and Jey Uso backstage, with Edge actually telling Jey how Roman is indeed manipulating his cousin, trying to get into Jey's head, but Jey declines and tells him to mind his own business. But then we finally cut to the KO show with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair as guests, the two WrestleMania main eventers indeed, as of course things get heated. Nia Jax, Reginald, and Shayna Baszler head down for Bianca's match, indeed, with Sasha teaming up against her with Natalya and Tamina facing off against them. So this is just going to be a
chaotic
brutal
match, yeah.
I don't know, with Reginald ringside. He causes the match for Sasha and Bianca as Sasha actually chases him around the ring, distracting the ESC, allowing Tamina to roll up Belair. Oh man, these two are not getting
Reginald
along.
just trying to get with the ladies, man. You can't blame him.
Oh boy.
We then see Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair arguing backstage, with Sasha Banks calling Bianca Belair a rookie.
Oh boy, I don't think Bianca Belair like this. We then see Big E out next demanding a match with Apollo Crews, but rather Baron Corbin comes down to the ring with actually Sami Zayn and his crew filming all of this madness. Big E says to both men, hey, who actually ever gets to the ring first gets an Intercontinental Championship title shot against me. Of course, but with Sami actually getting there first, I thought Baron was going to pull something off. Sami gets there first and challenges Big E for that shot. Do you think Sami Zayn was really going to get a win here in like outcome?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh boy. Well then Big E hit the big ending, and there goes his
title opportunity.
Poor Sami.
Just before we're about to cut away for our next segment, we see Apollo Crews head down to the ring, hitting Big E with those steel steps once again.
Oh boy, this is brutal. Big E, I think they're going to have a steel step match. Oh boy.
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
We then see Nia Jax and Reginald in the back, with Nia actually saying she is taking on Sasha for the women's title next week on SmackDown, or kind of demanding a match with her. But then Adam Pearce actually agrees with this and says we'll give it a go.
I guess superstars can demand their title shots now. We see it on both Raw and SmackDown. Love to see it.
Next is our contract signing of the night with Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns at Fastlane. Bryan telling Roman he is definitely going to make him tap out like he did with Jey Uso just a week or two ago. Edge then heads out saying he actually challenges Jey Uso next week, as the winner will be the special enforcer to the title match at Fastlane for the Universal Championship.
Oh, geez, we haven't seen one of these matches in forever, and you gotta love a special referee match or special enforcer.
I like it. I mean, Pierce makes it official, so this certainly made me more excited to see this match at Fastlane.
A brawl then breaks out between the four superstars as we then fade to black. All the superstars just brawling it out in the ring.
Bryan and Edge, they actually sent out the bloodline, but Bryan actually hits a knee onto Edge to close Friday Night SmackDown. So could we see these two see each other again before WrestleMania?
Alright guys, that was it for another exciting episode of Friday Night SmackDown Recapped. Let us know what you like most about the show. Always like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the studio. And we will see you for another NASCAR recap Monday morning.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.